The red dust of Mars swirled around the Olympus base's observation dome as Dr. Naomi Patel adjusted the quantum telescope's settings. The year was 2157, and humanity's first permanent Mars settlement had just celebrated its 10th anniversary. What should have been a routine astronomical survey would instead become the moment that changed human history forever. Director Patel, you need to see this. James Rodriguez, her assistant, called from his monitoring station. His voice carried an unusual edge of urgency. The quantum telescope had been scanning the Martian polar region when it detected something impossible, a massive structure buried beneath the ice. Initial scans revealed geometric patterns too perfect to be natural, with energy signatures unlike anything in human scientific records. Within hours, the entire base was mobilized. Ground-penetrating radar confirmed what the telescope had found. A facility roughly 3 kilometers in diameter, buried 200 meters beneath the Martian ice cap. The structure's composition included elements unknown to human science. Director Patel's hands trembled as she composed her message to Earth. After 3 decades of searching for signs of extraterrestrial intelligence, humanity had finally found proof. But not in some distant star system, right in their own backyard. The response from Earth was immediate. Within 48 hours, the International Space Coalition dispatched their most advanced exploration vessel, the ISS Prometheus, carrying a team of elite scientists and military personnel. Among them was Admiral Hikaru Tanaka, whose experience with deep space operations made him the natural choice to lead this unprecedented mission. As the Prometheus descended toward the Martian surface, Tanaka stood in the bridge, his weathered face reflecting the red glow of the planet below. "This isn't just a scientific discovery," he told his crew. "This is a security issue. Whatever's down there has been watching us, studying us, and we never knew." The excavation began immediately upon landing. Using plasma drills and nano-dissolving agents, they carved through the ancient ice. Each layer revealed new mysteries. Alien alloys that seemed to adapt to temperature changes, crystalline computers that still hummed with unknown energy. But it was what they found at the core of the facility that sent shockwaves through human civilization. Vast arrays of monitoring equipment, all oriented toward Earth. Data streams spanning centuries. The aliens hadn't just been watching. They'd been cataloging every aspect of human development, from the Industrial Revolution to humanity's first steps into space. Dr. Patel spent weeks analyzing the alien databases with her team. The facility's age was staggering. Carbon dating suggested it had been operational for at least 10,000 years. "They've been watching us evolve," she whispered to Admiral Tanaka one evening, "watching us grow from primitive tribes to a spacefaring species." But why? The answer came hidden in the facility's deepest databanks. Earth wasn't unique. Dozens of other worlds had been similarly monitored, their civilizations studied like specimens in a cosmic laboratory. Some prospered, others destroyed themselves, all under the watchful eyes of these unseen observers. The discovery sparked a global transformation. Old national rivalries fell away as humanity united against a common concern. The United Earth Council was formed, combining the planet's military and scientific resources. Secret research facilities sprang up across the globe, racing to understand and adapt the alien technology. Admiral Tanaka, now heading Earth's newly formed Stellar Defense Initiative, stood before the Council 6 months after the Mars discovery. "We've confirmed similar monitoring stations on Venus and Europa," he reported, his voice grave. "This isn't just observation, it's surveillance. And based on the energy signatures we've detected, the observers are still out there, watching us right now." The council chambers erupted in debate. Some advocated for immediate military preparation, others for attempting peaceful contact. But all agreed on one thing: humanity would not be passive specimens any longer. Dr. Patel's team made another crucial discovery in the 9th month. Hidden among the facility's data was a star map, showing the location of what appeared to be the aliens' home system. More importantly, they found evidence of a quantum communication network linking all the monitoring stations. "We can send them a message," she explained to the council. "Let them know we found them, that we understand what they've been doing. The question is, what do we want to say?" The debate raged for weeks. Finally, a consensus emerged. Humanity would not cower or beg. They would not ask permission to exist. Instead, they would send a message of strength, of determination, of unity. As the quantum transmitter powered up, carrying humanity's first deliberate message to their hidden watchers, Dr. Patel couldn't help but smile. The message was simple but clear. "We see you now. We know what you've done. Earth is not your laboratory. It is our home, and we will defend it." The transmission was sent. Now, humanity could only wait for a response, knowing that their next moves would determine the fate of their species. The age of innocence was over. The age of preparation had begun. 3 months after humanity's defiant message, the silence from the stars grew deafening. On the surface, life continued as normal. But beneath that thin veneer of normalcy, Earth was transforming itself into a fortress. Commander Rashid Ibrahim stood at the window of the newly constructed Planetary Defense Command in Geneva, watching workers assemble the massive quantum shield generators that would soon encircle the city. Similar installations were being built around every major population center on Earth. "The latest simulations just came in," announced Dr. Yuki Watanabe, head of the Xenotechnology Division. She projected a hologram showing the shield coverage. "We've managed to reverse engineer their quantum communication technology. The shields should be able to disrupt any similar systems they might deploy." Ibrahim nodded, but his attention was focused on the latest intelligence reports. Strange energy signatures had been detected at the edge of the solar system. Brief flickers that disappeared before they could be properly analyzed. Something was coming. The United Earth Council had implemented what they called the Phoenix Protocol, a comprehensive plan to ensure humanity's survival in case of alien aggression. Hidden bunker cities were constructed deep underground, seed vaults were expanded, and the entire global economy was quietly reorganized around war preparation. In the Atacama Desert, Professor Isabella Santos led the most ambitious weapons development program in human history. Her team had taken the alien technology from Mars and pushed it in directions its creators had never intended. "They've had millennia to advance beyond what we found," she explained during a secure briefing. "But they've never had to face an enemy who could adapt their own technology against them." The breakthrough came when they discovered that the alien quantum systems had a fundamental vulnerability. They couldn't handle chaos. Human minds, with their inherent randomness and creativity, could disrupt the aliens' perfectly ordered systems in ways they never expected. "They're too perfect," Santos told the council. "Their technology is built on absolute precision, absolute predictability. But humans, we thrive on imperfection, on randomness. It's our greatest strength." Deep beneath the Indian Ocean, Admiral Tanaka oversaw the construction of Earth's first quantum fleet. The ships looked nothing like traditional space vessels. They were organic, almost alive, combining human ingenuity with adapted alien technology. Each one could think and react in ways that would be impossible to predict. Meanwhile, Dr. Patel's team on Mars made an even more disturbing discovery. The alien facility contained records of other civilizations that had discovered they were being washed. In every case, those civilizations had vanished within a year of their discovery. "They're testing us," Patel reported to the council. "Every strange signal, every glimpse of their presence, they're gauging our reactions, analyzing our responses. This is still an experiment to them, but now we're in the final phase." The council responded by accelerating their preparations. The global defense grid went live months ahead of schedule. Civilian defense drills became mandatory worldwide. Children were taught emergency protocols alongside their regular studies. Then came the dreams. It started with a few isolated reports. People across the globe describing identical nightmares of vast ships descending from the stars. Within weeks, the phenomenon had spread to millions. The aliens were trying to communicate directly with the human subconscious, probing for weaknesses. But humanity had another surprise in store. Professor Santos' team discovered that these dream intrusions could be traced, followed back to their source. Every night, as billions dreamed, Earth's quantum computers gathered data, piecing together a map of the alien network. "They think they're studying us," Santos announced triumphantly, "but we're the ones learning about them. Every probe, every scan, every dream. It's giving us more information about their capabilities, their limitations." The turning point came exactly 6 months after humanity's initial message. A quantum surge was detected near Jupiter, massive enough to overwhelm all sensing equipment. When the energy dissipated, a structure had appeared in orbit around the gas giant, a vast station of clearly alien design. Commander Ibrahim stood before the council, his voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "They're done hiding," he declared. "This is their response to our message, a show of force, a demonstration of their power." But Earth was ready. As the alien station appeared, quantum shields shimmed to life around every major city. The fleet beneath the Indian Ocean powered up its engines. Professor Santos's weapons platforms emerged from their hidden bunkers, ready to defend their world. Dr. Patel, still on Mars, sent one final analysis to Earth. "The station's design matches patterns we found in the monitoring facility. This isn't just any alien outpost. This is their primary command center for this sector of space. They're not just sending us a message. They're preparing for direct intervention." Humanity had spent months preparing for this moment. The strange signals, the dreams, the testing. It had all led to this. As the alien station began broadcasting on all frequencies, Earth's defenders took their positions. The rising storm was about to break, and humanity would face it standing tall. Admiral Tanaka's voice echoed through every command center on Earth. "All units, battle stations. This is not a drill. The moment we've prepared for has arrived. Let's show them why you should never corner a human." The final countdown had begun. First contact, first blood. The alien transmission came simultaneously in every human language, broadcasting from their Jupiter station. The message was clinical, almost bored. "Species 7249b, your observation phase is complete. Your resistance to monitoring indicates developmental instability. Standard protocol requires immediate intervention and containment." What followed was an ultimatum. Surrender Earth's sovereignty within 24 hours or face developmental correction. The aliens, calling themselves the Archivists, revealed they had been guiding species across the galaxy for millions of years, containing or eliminating those deemed unstable. Professor Santos watched the transmission from her command center, a grim smile on her face. "They still think they're in control," she told her staff. "They have no idea what we've prepared." The Council's response was immediate and unanimous. Admiral Tanaka delivered humanity's answer. "Earth belongs to humanity. Your experiments end today." The Archivists' response was devastating. Quantum gates opened across the solar system, disgorging thousands of crystalline ships. They moved with perfect precision, like a swarm of cosmic insects, converging on Earth's orbital defenses. But humanity had anticipated this. As the alien armada approached, Earth's quantum shields activated with a twist. They didn't just block the enemy's weapons, they absorbed and redirected their energy. Every attack strengthened Earth's defenses. The first battle for Earth had begun. Underground revolution. The initial exchange lasted 3 days. The Archivists' perfect formations shattered against humanity's chaotic, unpredictable defense patterns. But their numbers seemed endless, and Earth's shields were beginning to strain. Then Professor Santos unveiled her masterstroke, the Chaos Engine. Based on human brainwave patterns, it generated quantum fluctuations that disrupted the aliens' precise technological systems. Their ships began to malfunction, their perfect coordination falling apart. But the Archivists adapted quickly. They launched a new weapon, nanoscale machines that began dismantling Earth's defense systems at the atomic level. Cities around the world lost their shields one by one. Underground, humanity refused to break. The bunker cities became centers of resistance. Dr. Patel, having returned from Mars, worked with Professor Santos to develop a countermeasure to the nanite swarms. They made a stunning discovery. The archivist's technology required absolute order to function. Human consciousness, with its inherent randomness, could disrupt their systems. They developed a way to broadcast human brainwave patterns through the quantum network, creating zones of chaos that the aliens couldn't penetrate. Operation Starfall. The final battle began with a desperate gamble. While the archivists focused on Earth, Admiral Tanaka's quantum fleet emerged from the Indian Ocean, launching not toward the enemy ships, but toward their Jupiter station. The fleet carried a payload developed by Santos and Patel. Quantum bombs infused with the combined brainwave patterns of millions of human volunteers. Each explosion would create a cascade of chaos in the archivist's perfectly ordered systems. Commander Ibrahim led the ground defense, using the underground cities as bases for guerrilla strikes against alien landing forces. The archivists, for all their power, couldn't comprehend or counter human unpredictability. The crucial moment came when Tanaka's fleet reached Jupiter. The bombs detonated, and the station's perfect crystalline structure began to fracture. The chaos engine's effect spread through the archivist's quantum network, cascading through their entire fleet. Their ships began to fail, their weapons turned to dust, their perfect order dissolving into entropy. The aliens had never encountered a species that could turn their own need for order against them. The archivists sent one final transmission. Impossible. You were supposed to be specimens. How did you become more? Admiral Tanaka's response was simple. We were never meant to be contained. Humanity doesn't evolve according to plan. We evolve through chaos, through challenge, through defiance. That's what makes us human. The alien fleet retreated, their station abandoned, their experiment in ruins. Earth had won, not through superior technology or numbers, but through the very unpredictability the archivists had deemed a flaw. In the aftermath, humanity began rebuilding, stronger than ever. They maintained their defenses, but also turned their eyes to the stars with new purpose. They had proven themselves equal to the greatest civilization they'd encountered, and they were ready to take their place among the stars. Dr. Patel, standing in the ruins of an alien ship, found a fitting epitaph for the war. They wanted to study humanity like specimens in a jar. Instead, they learned why you should never underestimate the human spirit. The archivists had sought to contain humanity's chaos. Instead, that chaos had set humanity free.